all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Reference back in the Bossman show. We're joined by Scott Agness here of the Athletic, covering the Indiana and the Pacers up there in Indianapolis, in the Eastern Conference, doing big things up there. Scott, back from Vegas, man. How's things going with you guys?
Yeah, things are going well, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of that recovery phase from Vegas. You're stimulated the entire time. It's really hot, and you're trying to get a lot of work done in a short amount of time. So it's good to be home, but I really had a good time out in Vegas, which becomes the central point for the NBA world for at least this month.
You got that right. Now, Scott, I want to go back a little bit with you from last year. I feel like Coach Nate McMillan did a great job last year. So despite losing Victor, the team still stayed battling for that 4th to 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. They didn't give up. They didn't pack it in. And it shows how he coaches his team tough and hard and kept his guys engaged, even though they lost their star player.
No, I would agree with you. And first, I'd give props to the executives who brought in that type of group, because on purpose they brought in high-level character guys, team-first type guys that wouldn't allow a significant injury like that to derail them, right? But then even more so, JR, that was great about last year's team was that 7 guys were in contract years. It was a key point that Nate discussed with the team during their first practice, but he never had to again. And that's telling, because so many different teams and situations you see where guys are playing for their next contract or they're hunting stats and things like that. So even that injury aside, that group really handled it well, I thought. But and you're exactly right with Nate too, in that I thought he deserved to be rewarded for the last season and how well he kept them together. So I actually voted him the third for Coach of the Year. I was just impressed with how he got that group to rally behind Bojan Bogdanovic and everybody else and play as a team. And they did have that drop-off late in the season, but that was mostly, at least in my mind, due to the schedule really ramping up and the guys just being exhausted, kind of being on overload for the last several months after having to exert themselves with Victor being down in Miami after surgery.
And Scott, also, it was going back to even a year prior, they took Cleveland to Game 7 and could have won. If you played to here or there, they could have won that game. So
they were the better team.
Very much so.
They were the better team in that. One team had LeBron, and it wasn't the Pacers in that series. That's all it came down to.
You got that right. And I feel like Coach Nate has got a raw deal, I feel like, in Seattle and in Portland. But he's a damn good coach. People don't see because he's so quiet. He doesn't promote himself. He doesn't make it about himself. People kind of don't see unless you're really into the NBA like you and I are. Yeah, no,
he's certainly not going to promote himself. I even asked him who would be some of his top coaches in his mind for Coach of the Year. He didn't even mention himself within the top 5. Has that humility. And if you ask any of the assistant coaches or staff members, the video coordinators, the trainers, what it's like, and they're sincere, like he is a great man. He empowers them to do their job. He's not overbearing. He's not going to try to do it for them. He empowers everyone to succeed in their position. And, for example, here's a great way to recognize that, for example. During training camp, they welcome the G League coach for the franchise in, and he's treated just like another assistant coach. He's in every meeting. He's allowed to do all the instruction he wants on the court. Some coaches would be insecure about that, right? Like, oh, another guy probably after my job eventually. No, I don't want him. This is my show. There's oftentimes in practice a little portion we're able to see, and maybe the defensive coordinator's running the show and not Nate. Nate's sitting back a little bit. So I think that's the true showing of a great coach or a great leader, in that they hire good people and they let them do their job.
And the loss of Darren Collison, Thad Young, and Bojan Bogdanovic, how do you think they will affect the team going forward before we get to the additions? But losing those three key guys to what the program Nate's built, how do you think losing them will affect the franchise going forward?
Not too much in that, JR. They only planned on trying to bring back Bojan, and they were after him. They had spoken out several times about Bogey was their number one priority, and he was. But everything shifted for them about 48 hours before the start of free agency. It was really wild. And that Nikola Mirotic and his family decided they wanted to go back home, go back to Spain and play overseas, which resulted in the Utah Jazz pivoting from what they were going to go after and offer Nikola. So in turn, they shifted their focus to Bojan, offered him way more than the Pacers were comfortable with, which in turn ended up being a fully guaranteed 4th year. And in turn, then the Pacers pivoted away from Ricky Rubio, who they were in deep discussions with, and really executed a great sign and trade, I thought, in acquiring Malcolm Brogdon from the Milwaukee Bucks. So everybody, I will say with Darren Collison, he threw everybody off. Nobody saw this retirement happening with him, not his teammates, not executives by the Pacers or throughout the league, even other agents. So that was a real curveball right before free agency.
Now, Scott, I was shocked when I heard the story from Brian Windhorst of ESPN that Herb Simon called the Bucks ownership and told them that they were wanting Malcolm Brogdon and they worked out compensation. Because I feel like that's hurting the Pacers down the road. If by doing that, I would have just drawn up a poison pill contract and just say, hope you match it. Because I know you get signed Chris Middleton and you can't really go into tax in Milwaukee. I would have did that rather than call. But I know Herb Simon's an old school owner. He feel like they're the partners, not adversaries. So, but I was like, wow. He's a better man than I would have wrote that contract knowing that you couldn't match it because you've been in the tax.
Yeah, so that is all accurate. As it was described to me, JR, was that when the Pacers and Kevin Pritchard decided, hey, this is the guy we want to go after. And I should tell you, traditionally, Pacers do not go after restricted free agents for this very reason. It's tricky. It's kind of pitting franchises up against one another. And like you said, Herb Simon, the Pacers owner, believes they're kind of in this together. And so once the Pacers made that thought of let's try to go after Malcolm, the Bucks at that point were already calling around trying to find sign-and-trade deals. But what I was told was then Simon picked up the phone, called their ownership group and said, hey, let's do this together. What's it going to take to make this work? And unfortunately for the Pacers, the demand was it included a first-round pick. I don't mind the 2 second-round picks. In fact, the Pacers picked up 5 of them this offseason strategically for this type of reason. But it is a little price to pay for a guy a lot of us assumed would probably hit the market and be gone just because of the numbers game, like you said with Milwaukee. There's only so much money to go around. But in turn, the 2 things that Pacers did gain from this, I will say, JR, is they didn't have to wait out restricted free agency if the Bucks wanted to. They could have taken that full 48 hours to match, full 48 hours to let a physical go by, those sorts of things. That would delay the Pacers' free agency. And then also in doing so, it helps attract, I think, other free agents down the line. So they know what they could get. And on top of that, at least they got him under contract the next 4 years. It's not a short-term deal. So if you're the Pacers, who have never really commanded a great free agent, I'm not even saying elite, a great free agent, this is worthwhile just because their options typically are not very good in free agency.
And I think on draft night, getting T.J. Warren was a great move for you guys. And getting McConnell and Lamb.
I'm surprised you brought that up, JR, because nobody is talking about T.J. Warren. I think it got lost in the mix just because it was about 90 minutes before the draft.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I feel like that's going to help mitigate any loss you have with Victor being out. Also with Bogey a little bit there. He can score on the wing. He can defend, a 3-and-D guy. So and he's on a good contract as well. It's not too absorbent that you all can handle on your cap going forward.
Yeah, I agree with all that except the defense part. I'm not sure we can say he can defend or if he can even be a capable defender. Because that's my only concern with the roster at this point is who's the guy guarding that elite wing? Who's the guy guarding Kawhi, the Paul Georges, the LeBrons? Because in years past, it's been Thaddeus Young, who moved on and was expected to move on, or Bojan Bogdanovic. And right now, maybe it's a T.J. Warren, although talking to people in Phoenix, he's not really a defender, not even a willing defender, just kind of an average type guy. But what he and a lot of these other free agent pickups bring that the Pacers lacked last year was offense. The Pacers were the lowest scoring team in the postseason, 92 points per game. We all know that's not enough to get it done. And the contract, like you said, with Jeremy Lamb is excellent at basically $11 million per year over the next 3 years for him. And we saw Charlotte give up significantly more money, paying significantly more for Terry Rozier. So I like what the Pacers were able to do right there.
Well, I'm begging on my man Popeye Jones and Coach Nate making TJ defend because I know that they are sticklers for defense. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're coaching a little bit and get him some game plan discipline. As my dad would always tell me when I played ball. JR, the game plan discipline. Just play your position, do your role. So hopefully they can get him at least do that at least. Hopefully.
See, and what he stands to benefit, JR, from here coming to Indianapolis is, for one, it's a winning organization. Like, just imagine going to your work every day or whatever it is and knowing you're the worst at what you do and there's no bonus in sight. Like, that'd be a tough way to go about business where nobody's happy. You might get moved. Like, that's real life right now for the Suns, who arguably have the worst organization in the league. I mean, you probably could argue the Knicks are right there. But now he also comes to Indianapolis where there's structure. And I think that will be incredibly valuable to him as well. Structure in a winning organization. And the one thing the Pacers have really done a lot, especially recently, is focusing on finding those guys in other organizations that are underutilized, that are underperforming, or that really aren't playing to their needs. And you think back to the big trade 2 years ago, and right away Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis fit that bill. The Thunder were not playing. They were playing Sabonis at the four position, which really isn't his strength, and we're maximizing him at the 5. Now, the Pacers are going to experiment a little bit with that this year out of need. But I think T.J. Warren will come here and really have a chance to flourish just like Jeremy Lamb.
And Scott, also, I feel like Victor coming back is always like having a mid-season trade with him coming back because the team will be already kind of have who they are, but you adding this extra jolt that you didn't have at the beginning of the year. Like almost like a trade almost when you get him back and out running up and down the court and they'll be impacted on offense and defensively. You just give the guys like energy boost with his great talent and play.
It very well could be, but what we don't know is what he'll look like coming back. Primarily because this is a unusual injury for this type of player, right? So talking to doctors after the injury, what it is a right quad injury, a tear, ruptured quad. And it's different than DeMarcus Cousins, who we saw come back after several weeks in the playoffs. Much more extreme than that. This injury doesn't often happen to people in great shape or under the age of 40. And the only real basis of information that Victor, his people, and the Pacers can go off of is Tony Parker. He suffered this a couple of years ago, this exact injury, but he was almost 10 years older at 35. So while he looks great right now and by all accounts is ahead of schedule, has been ahead of schedule, I am proceeding a little bit with caution. Number one, because this type of injury, and number two, let's take recent history. What we saw here in Indy with Paul George and Boston with Gordon Hayward, two other significant type injuries, and those guys really did not look themselves that first year back. But then I think they'll thrive after that first year. Paul George is in that MVP conversation. But best case scenarios, you're exactly right. It's big coming back, providing that jolt of energy, and being like a midseason acquisition.
That's one I got for you, Scott. In Atlanta, we redone Phillips Arena, now State Farm Arena. We really did the whole place. Rare, you guys in Bankers Life will do it for the Bankers Life Fieldhouse as well. Redo that. So, what are you guys going to be doing with the arena, making it better for the fans and for the team going forward?
Yeah, that's good research on your part right there. And I do want to get down there and check out the new State Farm Center arena, because I did not make it down there last year. But the biggest thing that they're going to be doing over the next 3 years is create it more of a welcoming public type space, like we see down there at Atlanta's arena, right? In that ripping out some of the seats in a section and making it more like a public bar where you kind of just stand around, you're at the game, you can watch if you want, you can hang out. That's a big part of it at couple ends. And we see that more and more now is people don't want to go to the game, sit in their seat, and that's all they want to do. And then another big thing they're working on, or they will get started here in 2 years, is outside. It's kind of a welcoming plaza, if you will. And one part will be an area that's a large area that in the wintertime could be a skating rink, and maybe during the summer times could be a basketball court or an outdoor space that can be used. So they're really trying to make it a community area where you can have a good time before the game, throughout the year. And then if you want to just come to the game and casually follow, this is one way to reel people back in. It's their belief. When we have HDTV and 70-inch TVs with instant replay, this is where you want to go, I think, where you can just watch the game with buddies and maybe have a drink and casually enjoy yourself. So it'll be interesting to see. I think this has become a trend throughout the league.
Oh, yeah, and I know in Atlanta we have a Top Golf in the arena, the barbershop, a courtside club.
By the way, I've heard that barbershop, or at least the barber in there, are really, really good.
Yes,
That's what somebody
are.
down there told me. So.
Yes, they are. They're very good, and they have appointments for you throughout the game, even hour after post game. Is doing haircuts for you. We got the Harris Club. We got the Players Club, the Stadium Club. I mean, a lot of clubs in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy them a lot, very much after the game. Because wasn't much basketball to enjoy. You enjoy the ambiance.
Right, and for Hawks fans, they have to have something else to entice them to come to games, right? Whether it's cheap beer or – I really like what they've done in their concession stand pricing, both the Hawks and the Falcons, and make it really affordable, because I think that's also a trend. Because why go pay those extreme prices when I have my giant screen, my free access to the restroom, and cheap beer, right? And so that's one way of trying to change it up and seeing if they can attract that new age customer. And also having plugins and Wi-Fi is another way.
Yes, they're looking forward to coming up to Indianapolis with the Falcons. I think we play you guys at home up there this year. We got Tennessee coming to town to play us in Jacksonville, I think. So I think we're definitely going to be going to Houston and Indy. So I'm looking forward to that trip as well to see Lucas Oil Stadium again. But I tell you what, Scott, it's been very good because last year the fans loved the arena. They didn't care much about the team. They wanted the team to lose, of course, but they enjoyed the arena. It was a very good experience for the players. Everybody came in, enjoyed it as well. And I don't know if you remember or not how the locker room used to be at the other end for the visitors. Now it's closer towards the loading dock now, so you don't cross the Hawks anymore like it used to be.
That was an awkward circumstance right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's that door between you that's close to the loading dock. You go in, you go right out. Never see the Hawks unless you want to. So it's definitely changed now, but it's great. I enjoy it. And I'll try to tell Steve Koonin and Mr. Wrestler, how about the All-Star game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Let's bid for that. That'll be great.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of basketball in stadiums. Specifically talking about the Final Four. That's where I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, yeah, because it's coming to hit.
We did see that in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought it went over well. Just, I guess more in that I don't mind as much because it's more for the fans. And so the more fans that can go, the better. Where I have a challenge with it is the Final Four when you have a title on the line, and now you're not only is it a neutral site, but you're throwing a new environment with 70,000 fans. That's tough for me.
Yes, and we'll be having it in 2020 in Atlanta this coming season. They'll be here. So along Super Bowl and that traffic, which is crazy, we got the Final Four coming as well. So it's going to be a lot of sports in Atlanta. Plus, National Championship game was here last year, other year as well. So I'll tell you what, man, I enjoy living here because so many big events come here, but the traffic's already bad. It's 20 times worse when it comes to time.
Hey, at least you got it. The one thing, too, you got going for you is you got a great airport where you can fly nonstop everywhere. I am jealous of that.
Yes, indeed. You're right about that, man. And you know what? I live by the airport, so I hear the planes coming all the time. So, like, when I hear a plane, it's like okay, that's a plane. Nothing doesn't bother me. My girlfriend's like, what's that? It's just a plane, babe. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's a plane. Let it go. It's just a plane. But, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to give you a call, man. I'm in Indianapolis with the Falcons. Hope you come to the game, see the Falcons play the Colts. I'll definitely hit you up when we come to Indiana as well because I go travel with the Hawks as well. So I'll travel with them, so I go on the road with them. So a lot.
Oh, excellent. Nice.
So hopefully I'll see you when I come up there as well, man.
All right, JR. Good stuff. I like it.
Hey, Scott, you've been great, man. I follow your work on Twitter, man. You do a great job at Athletic, man. Keep up the good work, and thank you for your time. We got to do this again real soon, brother.
Sounds good. Appreciate you. Thanks, JR.
All right, now. It's Scott here on the Bossman Show, people.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.